Today we're going to try to make fried plantain. It's pretty ripe. I think you're supposed to use the green ones for this. When they turn this color, they're for like desserts, but I want to see what happens when you fry them. I only have one, so I've got no choice but to fry this one. So you just kind of peel it, but it's annoying. It only comes off partially. So you just have to keep peeling it. I think it's kind of slippery because you have to hold on to the peeled part. You can't see it, but it's slipping around a little bit. Okay, let's just, doesn't need to be totally peeled. Just this first part I have to finish. Okay, so then you gotta wash your hand off because it's a little bit sticky. Okay. Then you just have to cut it pretty thin. I don't know if I should do the whole thing. I guess however much fits in the frying pan. But I can't tell ahead of time. Guess I should keep chopping. Okay. I'll do it in two, because I don't know if I'm going to do it right. So, you have to use a frying pan. And here's some oil that I think is starting to, or is already rancid. Doesn't really matter because I've cooked with it before. If it's not good, I'll just use another one the other time. So you're supposed to like submerge them in oil, but that seems like too much oil, so a nice covering is going to be all we use here. I guess you're supposed to let it get hot too. Should have done that first. Anyway, you can finish peeling your plantain while you wait for it to heat up. Okay, it's basically peeled. It's just, the last part is very slippery because you have really nowhere to hold. Yeah. Okay, now I gotta wash my hands again. There's a lot of still shut. I didn't realize it was giving you such a close-up until I stepped back and looked. But yeah, you got a close-up of a banana. You're a plantain. This isn't the best cinematography. Okay, let's see. Ooh, alright, yeah, it's ready. It buzzes at you like that. That's because it's pretty hot. That's a lot of oil. Alright. Maybe this is on too high. Or not, I don't know. Yeah, it looks like a lot more oil than I thought it was. If it is rancid, it's going to have more of an effect. But I think it'll be okay. Alright, so you just leave it in there for a while and then you flip it. It's not that my hands aren't clean, it's that I have yellow dye on them, so you don't need to worry about that. Alright, Oh yeah, I have to finish cutting this while I wait. Oops. Yeah, you see, I can't stabilize it, and it's this slippery little thing. I'm cutting them too thick because I'm not. Yep. It's difficult. The cutting is maybe the most difficult part of fried plantains. Maybe if I just get a tripod, it'd be a little easier. So nothing was really missed. It's just they're doing what they should be. I don't know if you need to flavor them or anything. I'll eat one and then I'll decide what kind of flavors it needs. See what it looks like. Come on. Alright, so I'll just leave it. A little too fat still. That doesn't really help. I wrecked that one, but what happens? I didn't time this. I think it's supposed to be like a minute or two. I read the recipe like 3 or 4 days ago when I got the plantain, and then so that one's really brown around the edges, which I think I'm going to take that to be the sign that it's ready to be flipped. There's no real room for that though. Come on, guys. Don't tell me you're sticking. Oh, this isn't really on the thing, right? Which is why the ones on the edge are burning. It's all the yellow that's causing the camera to stop working. I guess yellow is maybe a hard color to capture, so it's becoming overwhelmed very easily. Oh man, these are hard to flip. Especially if you actually cut them thin. I suppose it would just get even harder. That one wasn't done yet. So I guess it's just a lot of waiting for them and flipping them over to do. I don't need to film all of it. I'll come back when they're ready to come out. Okay, they're burning now, so it's definitely time to take them off. I don't know if they're just totally burnt or if they're caramelized or what, but I heated them up a little bit. Didn't think they were going to get quite so burnt. But they're supposed to be crispy, so I figure it's not exactly inappropriate. But we'll see. Yeah, they weren't all supposed to be like this, just the smaller ones and the bigger ones were supposed to be not really burnt. The stage before burnt, I guess well cooked, is the colloquial expression. So I gotta put the next batch on before I try these. Oh, it's not boiling. Oh, alright, there we go. It's back again. Hopefully I did it such that each batch takes up the whole frying pan. I don't have a few left over, but we'll see. It's not looking good. Yeah, this isn't going to fit. So you need a slightly bigger frying pan to do what I'm trying to do, or else you just need a different sized plantain. They probably come in slightly different sizes. Yeah, alright, so some of these just aren't really going to do it correctly. Okay, so I'm supposed to press the oil out They're really hot though. Let's see. Yeah, not a whole lot's coming out. Yeah, they're probably too far gone for that. Alright, so let's see. Oh, they're pretty good. They're burnt, and they're still, they're not crisp in the middle. I need a lower heat. Yeah, some of them are too burnt. But, the middle's good. Alright, I'm going to take this other batch out early and see if I can do a little bit better. So they might be done now. I'm going to check one and see, and then I'll take the others off. Yeah, it's still squishy, so that's potentially good. Use a paper towel to get some of the oil. Oops. Oh, I don't really know if that helped. Yeah, it's not done yet. So that's just the dilemma. Get a thin one. Yeah, this is probably, I mean, if you know what you're doing, you can probably do this recipe okay, but for me, it's probably got to be a simpler way. It's just supposed to be a snack, it's supposed to be a meal, but it's taking longer than a meal to cook and to get right. So I'll have to find another use for these things. It tastes fine. But there's got to be a different way to do this, or something else you can do.